I don't like open world games. I'll come out and say it. But Peeko, this includes Breath of the Wild, and Witcher 3, and Skyrim, and these are all widely regarded as some of the best games of all time. I know. I don't like them. I've been playing games ever since I was a wee lad, and I think that's allowed me to dip my digital toe into the pool of plenty of different genres. I mean, my friend group notoriously teases me because I'll start talking about a Steam game that has 4 reviews and nobody has ever heard of. I love discovering new games. So why, you may be asking, do I harbor such a deep resentment for the well-beloved genre of open-world games? I'll tell you. As a warning, for most of this video, I will be ragging on Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is my worst nightmare. You open the game, there's 0 guidance, 0 quests, 0 objectives, 0 achievements, nothing. You're told to explore. And while that might be some people's dream game, it freaks me out. What do you mean explore? I feel like my time is pretty valuable, and that means the 2 hours I spent running through bokoblin camps trying to find a random stick weapon, while some players may call this building immersion, I call it a waste of time. If I'm treading off the beaten path, which Breath of the Wild gives me no choice but to do, I better have a damn good reason. Some kind of quantifiable objective. That doesn't have to be anything crazy either. For example, Yakuza 0 is a game I just finished. There's a ton of off-the-beaten-path stuff to do in this game, but there's a reason for all of it. When I finish playing Mahjong for the 200th time, I can look at my completion screen and see with my own eyes that I have checked all of the Mahjong quests that I could do. Is this going to impact the main story? No. Did I need to play Mahjong this much? No. But I did it because I had actual achievements displayed, and a measurable goal, which were the Mahjong achievements that I could see anytime I opened the menu. It was not me just blowing 2 hours on Mahjong for the hell of it, and if that's all I could do was sit there and play Mahjong for fun, I never would have even touched the game. Now, let's get back to Breath of the Wild. Here, if I tread off the beaten path, I'm treading for hours. And when I finally tread towards something, like a chest, and receive a weapon, I'm immediately unsatisfied. How good is this weapon? Is it something I need? Is it gonna break in 5 minutes and make me repeat this entire sequence all over again? And while these thoughts are swarming through my head, I'm presented with a bigger question. What did I gain from this? I spent 2 hours getting a weapon that has arbitrary usefulness to me. I don't know what it does. This wasn't for a quest, there was no achievement completion, nothing. And that's what pushes me away from games like this. While some people might see that as 2 hours worked to find a great weapon I can use, I see it as 2 hours wasted. When I'm meandering around a game, I also have something I like to call the missed chest phenomenon. What is that, you may ask? It's something that happens whenever I'm playing a game that has chests or something that functions as a chest for me, the player, to find. If there's chests in a game, more than likely, some of these chests are going to be harder to find. Some of them are going to be off the beaten path. And that's where this phenomenon comes in. If I'm traversing a dungeon, let's say in Twilight Princess, I'm going to spend as much time as it takes exploring every nook and cranny to make sure I didn't miss anything. When I played Chrono Trigger last week, I had tens of hours added onto my playtime that I didn't need to beat the game, but instead spent running around trying to make sure I didn't miss any chests. Now, both the games I use here are pretty linear. You can't go off the beaten path very much, and I still get stressed out playing them. I feel like if I miss a single chest, that's gonna be the one with a game-changing item. That chest is the one I don't want to miss. So instead, I spend tons of extra time searching everywhere to make sure I didn't miss anything. But the game is still enjoyable. There's only so many corners or hidden areas a chest can be in. Now, what about a bigger map? A way bigger map, with infinite areas for chests to be, infinite hiding spots, and a map that would take an infinite amount of time to explore every corner of. Am I gonna split it into quadrants and explore each one before confirming I've in fact found every item I meant to find? What if I realize I missed something 10 hours ago, and now I have to run across the map, and I've lost my place, and now everything is ruined? This is the second reason games like this bug me. I really don't want to miss anything, and if the open world is just that, open, I spend most of my time playing concerned that I've missed or passed over something important. Now, I'm not saying all open world or open world adjacent type games are bad. I have some great examples of games that I'd consider open world, but I still enjoyed, mainly because they don't do the things that I mentioned bothered me before. The first of those games is Far Cry 5. This is an open world done right if you ask me. Side quest? It's marked on the map and gets grayed out when you're done, so you know you completed it. Cash to find a new weapon also gets grayed out once you've found it. There's also these outposts around the map, basically enemy strongholds you have to clear out to advance your progress in a specific area. Hear that? A quantifiable objective of map control. I love it. Another example is the Yakuza franchise, which I mentioned earlier. You choose your pace and what quests you want to do in the game. Just want to rush the main story? Awesome. But if you want to do the side quests or anything besides the story, you're working towards a goal that's constantly shown in your collection screen. So, I don't hate every open world game. I think my gripe is with games like Breath of the Wild that put an emphasis on arbitrary exploration. This makes me feel like I need to explore absolutely everything. And if I don't gain anything from it other than a random weapon that I don't really know how good it is, I'm left feeling unsatisfied. With that said, just play what you want to play. I'm just one random dude talking about my opinions on the internet, and who cares about what I think about games? With that, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my opinion. Let me know if you guys also suffer from this open world game issue, or if I'm just weird. Whatever it may be, thanks for watching.